Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Gaming Land. No, Tom, it's not Bluey's Quest for the Golden Pen, nor is it Bluey's Happy Snaps, releasing later this year. Being made in Brisbane. They actually just showed it off at a Brisbane Games Festival yesterday. Hello, Guy. Hello, Pariah. Yeah, it's not God Hand. I did think about that before starting the stream. I was like, oh, shit. Should I do God Hand? Maybe. Look, maybe I can squeeze in a little bit. At the, I don't know. Probably not. I don't want to stream for super long. It's like just hitting midday for me right now. And I will need to have lunch at some point. Essentially, I'm streaming because I'm just kind of at home on my own at the moment. And because my partner's at work for the rest of the day. And I was already set. I'm usually like playing in the I'm usually playing in the living room all the time, but because I brought my Switch in here to play Monster Hunter at my desk, and I was like, oh, I should stream because next week I am flying to America again, and I will be there for like all of July. I'm gonna stop doing that wave. Cut that out. Oh, did she just keep doing it? Oh, I thought I had to. Okay. Oh, let's do a different one. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm mad. See, now I've already lost track of what I was saying. Yeah, I'm gonna be away for all of July. And yeah, I haven't streamed since, it's been almost like 3 months since the Megamix stream. And, you know, things have happened. And I just wanted to keep playing more Monster Hunter anyway, and figured I should stream some of it. Because this game's pretty fun. I am coming back to California. I will be going to Disneyland, of course, and I will be going to Universal Studios. I'm going to ride that new Fast and the Furious coaster. We're going to go to the San Diego Zoo, which we still haven't done yet. We've done the Safari Park before, but I've never done the San Diego Zoo proper. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. And, you know, just kind of sit at home and play games. I'm going to play the Doom the Dark Ages DLC, which I'm very looking forward to. And I'm going to bring this with me to play it. Because I realized, yeah, it's been a while since we've been on stream. I got the Steam controller. Ooh, wait, hold on. Maybe I should... There's a dinosaur cafe in San Diego? I didn't know that. I should do that. Hold on. Here, look. It's the Steam controller. It's really good. I haven't used it that much lately, though, because I've been playing so much Monster Hunter on the Switch. If I could play with this, I totally would. It's great. I love the Steam controller. It's very, very good. And I'm going to play the DLC for Doom with it, because I want the trackpads. I want the trackpad for mouse aiming. It's a lot better than sticks, and obviously like gyro and stuff as well. Yeah, making like all custom configs and stuff is really neat. I mean, you can do that with any controller on Steam input, but yeah, Steam controller is great. Very worthwhile. It's unfortunate the Steam machine costs so much, and that the Steam frame will probably cost an insane amount of money as well. Yeah, very, very unfortunate. Because like the Steam machine, I don't have any need to get, but the Steam frame, the VR headset, I was considering. But I have a feeling it's going to cost like $2,000, so maybe not. Let me know if the game sounds too loud as well. This game by default is quite loud. Like I had to go into the settings and like lower this quite a lot from the maximum volume. Because when I'd play in the living room, you know, be watching YouTube or something at, I don't know, 14 volume, and then I'd go over to Monster Hunter and I had to turn it down to like 9 because it was so loud. Game audio is good? Cool. Yeah, before I forget as well, I want to go through all the stuff I played since the last stream. You can find all this on my backlog. I'll link this in the chat for everyone as well if you want to take a look if anyone's like, so what did you think of this? Tell me more about it. So I finished Shinobi, Art of Vengeance. I thought it was good, but not like the best thing ever. Which I think I said in the stream as well. I was like, yeah, it was good, but I didn't love it. After that, I played Sayonara Wild Hearts, which was good. I didn't like love it or anything, but I was like, oh, it was good. It was cool. Slay the Princess, I thought that was very good. Like I liked that one more. I played Flower and Journey. To be honest, wasn't really crazy on them, which is interesting for me because I've played Abzu before. And I remember really liking Abzu, but I hadn't played Journey. And everyone said, well, like, you know, Journey kind of did it better. Journey's first. So I went back to play Journey, and I was kind of like, nah, I don't know. I didn't, like, it genuinely didn't really make me feel anything. Maybe it was just the luck of the draw I got with, like, the partner who I was playing with. I don't know. It didn't really speak to me. Like, I didn't get any emotional kind of, when the game ended, I was just kind of like, all right, cool. Like, I guess I'm glad I played it, but it didn't really affect me, which is really weird. It's the kind of game I feel like that should speak to me. Yeah, Sin and Punishment. Yeah, I did play those. I want to replay both of them, actually. That was before the last stream, though. I played Haste. That's the roguelike, the indie roguelike thing where you're like jumping around, going through the loops, not through the loops, through the slopes and stuff. So it's got that kind of Sonic-y momentum stuff too. It was very fun. Don't really like the roguelike stuff, but it was fun. I played the original Super Mario Brothers, NES of like Mario 1, Mario 3, and to be honest, I was a little mixed on it. It was weird because Mario 1 in particular, there was a lot I really did like about it. But I was like going insane playing that game because I felt like the game was constantly like messing with me. Or, like it was like the game was gaslighting me with the internal logic. And I don't know, I guess some of this is just like a holdover of it being, you know, a quite early 2D platformer. There's just a lot of stuff with hitboxes and just like conveyance of things that seemed very inconsistent to me. No, I haven't played Mario 2 yet. I played like a little bit of it and I was like, this is something like so different. I don't know, I'll get to it another time. And I didn't really play Lost Levels. I tried a little bit of it and I was like, this is too annoying. Yeah, I just remember in Mario 1, like is it like great example when you kick a shell, like a Koopa shell in front of you and it goes off screen, sometimes it will rebound off a wall off screen and then come back, which is what you would expect. Other times it doesn't. Other times it goes off screen and it just doesn't come back. So whenever I kicked a shell off, I kind of had to go like, do I jump? Like, I don't know. I don't know if the game is going to react the way it should. And I think it is deterministic. Like, it's based on how close the edge of the screen, like a wall off screen, is to the view you're seeing. So if you're a bit closer, you can assume it'll bounce off. But if you're further away, the shell will just despawn off screen. But it's still like, you know, that is like beginner's trap kind of bullshit, I would say. And I don't think it's intentional. But I would classify that as beginner's trap bullshit. And a really, really bad one like that like drove me nuts was like the very last. It wasn't the last level. I think it was 8-3. The level with the Hammer Brothers, where you're running down. I was able to bring a Koopa shell with me, or like kick a Koopa shell, and I knew there were Hammer Brothers coming up. So I sprint along with the shell, and then the shell goes right through them and doesn't kill them. And then I run into the Hammer Brother, contact damage, and I die. And I was like, you're fucking kidding me. Like, what do you mean? Why did it just clip right through it? Stuff like that, where like it's not consistent. Like the code of the game does not work consistently. Because like I'm fine with hard games. I can even kind of tolerate the limited lives stuff, even though I still think limited lives are dumb. Especially in Mario 3, I found it really annoying, and like the way the map moves you around and stuff. I was like, come on, man, why do I have to keep replaying the same levels just to get to the one that I'm actually struggling with? It's like that stuff. Like I don't like that. But yeah, Mario 1 was just like, if they just fixed like all the annoying technical problems, I think I would really like it. And I'd prefer if the controls were a little bit better, just like more mid-air control, like Mario 3 and World. But I also know the game wasn't designed with that, so that would feel a bit more like cheating. But yeah, like otherwise, I really liked it. I loved the focused simplicity of Mario 1. That was just very simple. Just get to the end of the level. There's no vertical scrolling, so you never need to worry about, again, what can happen in Mario 3 and World sometimes, where like the camera moves, you can't see what's beneath you, or even the Sonic games, you can't see what's underneath you. So you do a jump and then you just land onto something or fall down a pit that you just couldn't see. There's none of that in Mario 1. The problem though is the horizontal scrolling in Mario 1. You can't see a lot of stuff. There's points where it's kind of like you almost have to leap of faith a little bit a few times. Oh, and what I really hated, Mario 1 had a little bit of this, Mario 3 had a lot of it, was again more like trial and error beginner's trap bullshit, where there'd be like a castle level where it's just like random rooms you have to go through, and then eventually you'll find a way out. And in a game with limited lives and a time limit, I think that is like awful, like really, really bad. Like it's boring and annoying in the first place, but the fact that it's trial and error on a game where you get punished for taking too long or dying too many times, and then you get sent all the way back, I think that's complete bullshit. So I did not like that stuff. I played Mario Sunshine, which I loved the movement, and I loved when the game was actually about platforming, but unfortunately a lot of the game is not about platforming. So I wasn't particularly in love with all that. I'm going to do like a simple little quest here just to get me back into it while I'm talking and playing, and then I'll take on those urgent quests that are more pressing. Yeah, I'm sure, yeah, like fan remake versions of Mario 1, they're probably great. Like, they're probably really, really good, because they'd fix that stuff and the controls might be better. I would probably love that. But it's not the same game. Like, it is the same game, but also it's not. Like, those differences are enough to say, like, well, yeah, you, like, kind of played it, but you didn't play the same. I think the differences are significant enough to say, like, that's not... It's not the same thing as the original game made by Nintendo. So I would sort of think of those two things as separate games in my mind. Like, yeah, Sunshine, I really, really wanted to like it. I love the movement and everything, but it was just, yeah, it's held back by some pretty bad levels. And just, I'm really surprised at the amount of those games that just have trial and error junk, where it's just like wander around aimlessly until you figure out what door to go through. I'm like, this sucks. Like, this is really boring and just really tedious. I don't understand the appeal of any of that. Then I played Streets of Rage 4. That shit is fucking good. Streets of Rage 4 is sick. And I played a little bit of the originals on the Mega Drive, my CRT. My CRT is unfortunately no longer working. I have to get it fixed. Which is going to cost me quite a bit, probably. Wait. I really wish the locale... Where is it? Oh my god. Here. I wish that locale told me the full name, because I think that's Verdant Hills, not Volcano Hills? I don't know. So I'm just wondering if I need to bring hot drinks with me. This is the last old gen Monster Hunter game, so it's before they kind of streamlined more stuff and gave you more info. And for some of it, I'm okay with that. And then other things, I'm kind of like, I think they should just tell you this stuff. I don't know. I don't think I need cold drinks for this. I think I'm fine. Yeah, Streets of Rage 4, that shit is good, man. That's an incredible action game. Okay, yeah, I didn't need to bring... Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, because I hadn't really played a lot of 2D beat-em-ups before. Like, I'd kind of try them here and there, and never really got into them. I think my issue has just always been with the perspective of them. I just find it's not as intuitive to me as like a 3D game where I can judge the depth a bit more of like how to attack enemies. But once I kind of got how it worked, then I was like, okay, this shit is good. Like Streets of Rage 4 is like a masterpiece. Very well made game. I played the DLC as well. I could have played that game like way more than I did. Like I think I maybe had like 20-25 hours in it. Could have done heaps more, but you know, there had to come a point where I was like, all right, I want to play something else. I can't play this one game forever. Although I say that, and now I'm playing Monster Hunter, which I've just logged like another like 35 hours in the past few weeks, which could have been like 2 games finished in that time. So that's just kind of how Monster Hunter is, man. And for the record, for anyone semi-familiar with this game, I'm playing Longsword, but I'm using the Valor Longsword style, which I know is a bit of like a kind of a meme thing in this game. When my sword glows blue like that, I can do like a parry kind of attack guard point thing. So when a monster attacks, I can hit back like that. Does a lot of damage and lets me continue attacking. And it's really fun. This guy's running off. Yeah, anyways, yeah, Streets of Rage 4. If you guys haven't played it, highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's fun co-op as well. Like me and my girlfriend played it together quite a bit. Although I did try, you know, I wanted to like beat the game solo as well, because I noticed it was way harder solo than in co-op. Because I kind of thought it would scale a bit more. Like playing co-op would maybe make it harder, like it would make the, I don't know, bosses harder or something. Yeah, Tom, you should play GU. This one's good. I mean, I haven't. The only other old gen game I've played really is 3 Ultimate, and even then, that was like, it was bundled with my Wii U. I played a little bit of it, and I never really got into it. But this one is fun. I think like the weapon art stuff gives it a lot of flexibility, and you still get more of that kind of action-y element, whereas I'm not sure what the older games are like, but I'm going to assume maybe they were a little more rigid, and you couldn't do as much cool stuff. I don't know. I do find sometimes the camera bothers me a bit. Like, I don't mind that you have to, like, manually aim. Like, I think that makes sense for a game that doesn't have soft, like, orbit lock-on. But some of the monsters are way too big, and the camera does not like zoom out to help you see anything, and that bothers me a lot. And then after Streets of Rage 4, I played Beautiful Joe for the first time. It was my last, other than RE2 original, it's the last Hideki Kamiya game that I had to get through. And I liked it quite a lot, but I do still have, you know, I still have issues with it. Particularly, there's just like some mechanics and like bosses where the game doesn't really explain a whole lot of what you're meant to do. Why doesn't your character look like Samus? She does, you just can't really see her hair. Oh, you can kind of see. I didn't give her a ponytail in this one. I gave her the long hair. I don't know why I'm going to wave to get the location here, because, yeah, I know it's right here. I'm actually at the point where I can do the quest to get Samus's armor in this game. Like, you can just be Samus. The problem is it's the other Samus, which is unfortunate. But that quest is really hard. Like, with the first time I tried it, I got one hit killed by the monster. So I was like, okay, gonna come back to that one later. But now I've got like the full high rank Rathalos armor, and I've like upgraded the sword like as much as possible for me at the moment. God damn it. If I do a bit more of the hub quests, like the multiplayer ones, which is what I'm doing at the moment. I'm doing them solo, but They're like the multiplayer. Like this game has quests that are like single player only, and then it has like the hub ones which you can do multiplayer that are harder, and that's where most of the content is. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I think once I progress a bit more in here, then I can fight hyper monsters, and I need hyper monster parts to keep upgrading this armor and my weapon, and then maybe I'll go for the Samus armor. The other unfortunate problem, though, is this game doesn't have the same, like, layered armor conveniences as the later ones, where it's, like, way easier to make, you know, you can make the armor you want for, like, the stats and stuff, but then you can dress as whatever you want on top of it. Yeah, the fact that the other M design just, like, stuck around for so long pisses me off. We're actually considering moving house again at the end of this year, which I really don't want to do, but there's reasons for it. Various reasons. And I was going through a bunch of my stuff where I was like, I think I might sell some of these. Like, I've got a container over here. I've gone through a bunch of toys and old amiibo and stuff. And I'm like, man, I don't need these. Like, I'll keep the ones I really want, but I don't need these. And I'm getting rid of my other M Samus Figma because I have the Prime 3 one now, which is like my favorite Samus, like standard Samus armor ever, is like the Prime 3 Super Metroid kind of armor. So I have that, and I'm like, I don't need this other M one anymore. Get rid of that. But yeah, it sucks that like that's the, because then I'm like, I'm gonna get the armor and be like, yeah, it's cool that I'm Samus, but kind of wish I was like the real Samus. What do I think of God of War Laufey? I don't really care. I still have to play the original games at some point. They were on my list on the CRT. I wanted to at least play like the first God of War on PS2. I have it set up to play down there. But my CRT is not working, and I'm about to go away to America for a month, so that'll be a later thing at some point. We know what you did. We're coming for you. What did I do? Is it that I'm using Valor Longsword? I know some people get really mad if you play Valor Longsword, but it's fun. It's fun when you... Actually, do I have... Whenever, like, anything funny in this game happens... by the way, I wasn't playing Surmount or whatever, that's my brother, and, like, Tomodachi Life might have been on there. He's been playing stuff like that on the Switch. Whenever I get, like, cool... Oh yeah, what do you guys think of this monster? It's an inflation monster that vores you. Like, it literally picks you up and eats you. That's cool. Where was the... Was it this? Oh, I think I added... Yeah, so, like, just, I don't know, whenever you land, like, a few of those counters, it's like, yeah, it feels great. That shit's fun. FF7 Remake Trilogy combat's good? Yeah, I don't know. I remember trying the demo for one of them, and I was like, this isn't real-time combat. There's a menu! I don't know. Maybe I'll try them again at some point. But I should play original FF7, even though I don't like RPGs. I can tolerate a bit of, like, the grind stuff in Monster Hunter, because it's kind of... The way I view the skill progression in Monster Hunter... of, like, fighting the same monster over and over and everything, and, like, higher ranks and difficulties, is it's kind of the equivalent... I kind of see it as, it's like you play Devil May Cry, right? You play it through once, and you go back and play it again harder, and you get better, and you go back and play it again harder, and you get better and better and better. I kind of view Monster Hunter like that, except instead of, like, play the game, finish it, restart, it's kind of a continuous journey building up and up and up. And that's why you fight the same monsters a few times, or why you might fight the same one, because, like, oh, I need these parts. And it can be annoying, especially if it's, like, a really rare drop thing. You know, I don't really like that kind of MMO element to it. But it does mean that you get to... you get to really learn those monsters, get really good at fighting them, and then you get better as a player. Like, yes, you are building gear and stuff that makes you just objectively better, you deal more damage and all that kind of stuff. I'm not crazy about that, but like, it feels more like you own it because you're actually playing the game and getting better at it and finding ways to like synergize the skills of the different weapons and armor and blah 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 and all that shit. But I generally try to approach these more as just like an action game. I try to worry about the numbers stuff as little as possible. Like, until I get to a point where the game is just like way too hard, then I don't really bother worrying about numbers and armor and gear a whole lot. Oh right, I didn't actually answer what I thought of the new God of War. I watched the thing for it and I was really bored because I was like, where's the game? It was just a lot of like cutscenes and like, I should go over there and do that. Better talk to that thing. Yeah, gotta do this. I was like, okay, alright. I don't know, and the fact that it is still looking very similar to the other God of Wars, like I haven't played Ragnarok or anything. I don't know, I just kind of feel like action games need to be a bit better. They should do better. And there's stuff about that new God of War that I like. I think the visual, yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't like all the yeah, I don't either. Yeah, there's elements of the new God of War stuff I think is really cool. I think their visual presentation is like some of the best out there with those big like action set piece moments. They can be really cool. But at the same time, the combat and everything could also be improved, I think. I was trying to remember, like, what... Oh, yeah, Absalom. I bought Absalom on the Steam sale. That is the kind of follow-up to Streets of Rage 4 by some of the same people. It's a roguelike, which, I'm not, I don't love that. But, yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying that. It looks really good. I think you can ride dinosaurs on it. That's kind of cool. And as for, like, other kind of... sort of, like, retro stuff that I want to get to next for the CRT... I really want to play Gunstar Heroes and Alien Soldier, Metal Gear Solid, and, you know, stuff like that. Like, a lot of those classics that I just haven't tried before. That's been the thing with the CRT for me, is I feel like a lot of people, they want to, like, recapture their childhood and that kind of thing. And I'm more of like, no, I don't really want to play the games I played as a kid. A lot of the games I played as a kid were terrible. I want to play all the good stuff that I never got to play. Man, I never know what to get with these stupid buffs. This one, I guess. So yeah, for me, it's like, I'm trying to get to all these games that I never played before, that I've heard are great. Star Fox 64, that's another one. I need to play that. So then, like, I don't want to jump straight into that Switch 2 remake one. I'd rather play the original first, and then see how the new one compares. Let's do Mizutsune. Yeah, I'm trying to play them in, like, the best way possible. That sort of, you know, is how they were meant to be seen and played. Steam Deck or Switch 2? Well, I don't have a Steam Deck. Usually I've always said I don't really have a reason for one, because I don't play, like, I very rarely use my Switch in handheld. I have been using it more for this game, though. Sometimes, like, everyone's watching something on the TV in the living room, so I just play Monster Hunter, you know, in handheld, so I don't have to take up the TV from everyone. I've been bringing it to work as well. I've been playing a little bit on my lunch breaks. I guess it depends on, like, what I'm currently playing. Because in general, like, the Switch is like, I'm getting a Switch for the exclusives, right? Steam Deck is like, well, it's a PC. I already have a PC with all those games on it. So the only advantage of a Steam Deck is that it's portable. But how often would I really use it portably? Like, not much at all, I don't think. Because I have my computer right here, and I have a fiber optic HDMI cable that goes out to the living room and goes onto the TV, so I can play it out there. So there's really not a whole lot of reason for me to have a Steam Deck. Whereas like the Switch is like, well, even if I don't use it handheld, oh, I didn't sheath in time. Even if I don't play in handheld, I'm still playing the exclusives. I'm just playing them on the TV. So that's my reason to get a Switch. But I think if you play handheld a lot, the Steam Deck is a great choice. I just don't have reason for it. I would love the Steam frame, even though I admittedly don't really play VR a ton. But the Steam frame looks great. It's just unfortunate we don't really get a lot of good VR stuff. You're not digging the new Star Fox? Interesting. Well, you like Star Fox Zero the most now, right? Which I think that's considered a controversial thing to say. I'm not familiar. I've never played any Star Fox really. I played the demo of the new one. I think I've played a tiny bit of 64 and the Super Nintendo original, like very, very briefly, but I've never actually played them. It wouldn't surprise me if Zero has like some really good stuff because it's platinum, but I also know everyone says the controls are like really bad for that game. But I wonder if you're playing on an emulator, if it's not as bad. And by the way this style works is I have to do these sheath attacks like this, if I fucking landed it, to build that blue meter more. So then I get, yeah, see now I've got the Valor, the Valor mode active, so I can do those counters. The Zero hate is from those who can't handle it. Alright. Those who have not played a platinum game before, maybe? Whoops. Whoops. I will say with this game, it's 30 FPS locked, even on Switch 2. Like, it's because it was a 3DS game originally. And it is unfortunate, but for the most part, the 30 FPS hasn't bothered me as much as like it usually would. Most games, if it's like 30 FPS, I'm like, yuck, ugh. But I don't know, maybe it's just Monster Hunter's like just slow-paced enough where it's not too bad. I don't know. I can deal with it in this game. I don't hate it. Go for the big slam. Nice. I tried to block that. Game is great because it's 64. I kind of hate the new versions of the characters, the new dialogue and stuff, and the lighting makes it hard to pass. Interesting. Yeah, I've heard that the voice acting is kind of what I expected, which is like anime, breathy voices. Which I think I heard that in the demo as well, and I was like, oh my god, can you guys, like, you shut up. And I still don't like the designs. Oh, hello, did one of my cats just knock him over for me? Thank you. Yeah, I still don't like the character designs. I really think the super furry shit is weird, and what bothers me is that if they make a sequel, if they make a new Star Fox game for like the first time in forever, which would be nice, they're probably going to keep that style. And I don't want them to do that. I want them to go back to like Star Fox Zero style. Ooh. Can I land? Yep. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh, I got bubble blight. I slip around everywhere. Actually, I gotta shout out a cool monster in this game. I know most people here have probably never played Monster Hunter and probably aren't very familiar with a lot of the stuff. So I'm trying not to talk about the game itself too much. There's a monster in this game I'd never seen before. I'd heard of it. Celtus Queen. Because there's like these bug monsters called Celtus. They're like the little drones. And Celtus Queen is, you know, the queen. Like the female, the main one. And when you fight her, she uses the drones like at the same time, like you're fighting her and then a drone will kind of get on top of her, almost in like a mating ritual thing, but then they fight you together. And I thought that was like really cool. Like it was a really clever, well-designed fight. So like you know, you can take out the drone and now she's slightly less lethal, but then she can find another drone to, you know, fill his place and keep attacking. And then, yeah, they kind of fight together. It almost looks like the drone kind of like puppets her a little bit, but probably not, because that would be weird for the lower tier, like, animal to be controlling the queen. Yeah, really, really creative monster idea. I mean, you guys know me, that I love dinosaurs and stuff, and I love... God damn it, again. Tried to block the roar. And I love, like, cool creatures and stuff, so Monster Hunter appeals to me not just for the, you know, the fights and everything, but I love a lot of the monster designs. This game, I think, is the one that introduced Valstrax, which is maybe my favorite monster. It's the one on the artwork, the one with the jetpack. I think it's such a cool design. Glavenus is in this game as well, which is just like a big Carnotaur T-Rex thing that has a sharp tail that it bites down on to like build fiery sparks and shit, and then like leave a big fiery trail when it swings its tail around. Really cool. And Malzeno from Rise Sunbreak, the expansion. It's maybe my favorite monster in the whole series. Malzeno is like a... Ow. I need a max potion to be safe. Thank you. Malzeno is like a vampire dragon. Like it's a dragon that looks like Dracula. It's really cool. Be weird to do a sequel with the old characters now. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, because I'm just thinking, like, it's really weird that they made the Galaxy movie and they put Fox in it, and he looks like a cartoon, but then the Star Fox 64 remake, he looks like a furry. Like a realistic furry. And that's meant to like reintroduce people to Star Fox. So now I'm like, okay, so that's probably what you're sticking with, right? That's what you want Star Fox to be? I don't know, man. That's kind of strange. But yeah, I've never really had any particular like super investment in Star Fox or anything. Like, I'm not, you know, the designs to me, it's not like a Sonic movie thing where I'm like personally kind of pissed off, but I still think it's weird and I don't like it. I heard something about there's not a lot of feedback when you're attacking how did that not when you're shooting stuff in that game. It's not always very obvious if your attacks are like landing and dealing damage. Like there's no feedback, or the feedback is very subtle. And I can definitely understand that being a problem if it's like a weak point thing where you can only hit the boss in one specific way. You want that to be very clear to the player. Because I've definitely had similar things in games before where you're like, am I doing anything right now? Like, what's happening? What do you want me to do? And that can be really frustrating. Ow. I need to build my gauge back up, man. I haven't done any cool... Ow! Any guard point counters. The characters themselves are different too? Okay. Yeah, that I understand. Yeah, I'm hoping when I'm at Steve's place in LA, I'm hoping to try 64 properly for like the first time, and then I might try the the remake on Switch 2 because he has it. So I'll play it there and see how I think. You bitch. Oh yeah, the recovery time after drinking potions in this game. I'm okay with it from a design perspective, but sometimes it is still really annoying. Where you're just sitting there like, oh my god, move. Please move. I'm going to get hit. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Yeah, sometimes the camera, I really wish you could zoom it out more. Ah. Oh, I swear every time it's like I push the button to do the parry and I'm like 1 frame too late. You feel it harder when it's 30 FPS as well. Ow. That Nintendo Direct as well, actually. That's another thing that happened since the last stream. That Nintendo Direct was, I don't want to say like super disappointing because I don't know, I was kind of, there's been so many like lame directs that I just don't really expect anything anymore. But yeah, it was pretty bad. I didn't really care about anything in it. You know, and then even the stuff that should be the big deal, like the Ocarina of Time remake and Dustbloods, like they didn't show anything of them. So we're still kind of like, all right, what? Why should we care? And I'm also kind of, I don't know, I don't have any like, you know, super fondness for Ocarina of Time or anything. It's not like a sacred game to me, but I do think remaking it is kind of a waste of time. And I also just think like, I don't know, I'm just like, yeah, what's the point, man? Like, can we get something else, something new? Hello? I love they can just do that in this game. They can just like jump and fly away. I don't know if it'll get its own direct, but they'll definitely have to talk about it more at some point. You know, before I started the stream today, I was also like, oh, should I start like recording some little unscripted things to put together if I want to make that idea of a side channel where I just kind of do off the cuff, yeah, like unscripted thoughts videos. I would like to do that. But I also just thought like, well, it's not a great time to do it right now when I'm leaving to go overseas this week. If I start it now, like I'm not gonna be able to do much before I go. So probably not worth it. Oh, is that too far away? No, there we go. Oh, the roar didn't do anything. Okay. Oh. I feel like the Ocarina of Time remake, it probably will be quite, like, substantially different to the original, but I don't know, I'm also just like, yeah, but what's the point, though? Like, I don't know, I am kind of the belief that, yeah, I don't know, I'm a little sick of the remakes. Just in general, with games. And there's some that I like. Like, I'm not immune to enjoying a few of them, but, I don't know, I would just prefer we got new stuff. And even then, a lot of that new stuff, it's still like legacy IP. You know, you'd still be getting a new Zelda. They could do a new traditional dungeon-style Zelda. It doesn't have to be Ocarina of Time again. Yeah, exactly. Why not put that effort into a new game altogether? Yeah. Even if it is still like, okay, it's obviously pretty similar to Ocarina. I don't know. Like, A Link Between Worlds is probably too close to A Link to the Past. But it's at least still, like, it's its own game. It's not inviting that, direct one-to-one comparison between A Link to the Past. I do agree there's too many new games. Yeah, like I can't keep up. Especially when I'm playing Monster Hunter, which is like games that take like hundreds of hours to get through. Yeah, there are a lot of games to get through, so part of me feels like I need like a year. I need a year to take off work and just play through like everything, and then game studios are allowed to release games again. Remakes are a couple new games I can easily ignore. Yeah, I see what you mean. See, it sucks though, because then like Hideki Kamiya will say that he's like interested in remaking DMC 1. And part of me goes like, no, don't do that. But then I'm also like, oh, that would be kind of interesting though. Like that. But then I'm like, yeah, but it would also just be interesting if he just did a new like DMC 6. But then at that point, he's coming in to sort of take over a series he hasn't been a part of for a long time. Whereas DMC 1 could use it, I think. But it's like it's his game that he's remaking. You know, he's not coming in and like changing someone else's thing. Oh yeah, we don't know who's developing the Ocarina of Time one. Yeah. I've never played Spyro. I'm gonna be honest, when I saw that trailer, I thought Spyro as a character looked really ugly. I don't know, I did not like him. But I'm not a Spyro fan. I don't know, I'm not one of these. I don't have any attachment to the character. Sure. Yeah, exactly. Like, how much would he keep from Itsuno's stuff? Yeah. Yeah, I've wondered that a lot. Whereas, yeah, like DMC 1, it's his game. He probably had a vision at the time, and then has had more of a vision since making it, where he's like thought about like, ooh, how would I change DMC 1? There was some thing a while ago I remember hearing something about like a Bayonetta remake or remaster, which I just thought like, what? Why? I mean, if they just wanted to do like a visual update, maybe, because I'll admit Bayonetta 1's kind of ugly. Like the lighting and stuff, it's all very like ugly brown and gray, and that's why like Bayo 2 looks so much better, because it actually has color. I would maybe be alright with a nicer looking Bayo 1, but yeah, Bayo 3, yeah, Bayo 3's hideous. That game feels like it really needed to be on literally any other hardware than the Switch. Hello. See, monsters like this, I can't say I'm a big fan of fighting. They're way too big. Like, you can't, you know, and you're like trying to control the camera at the same time as, you know, pressing the buttons to attack and stuff with the same thumb. It's not easy. You think I claw grip? 'Cause I don't. Do I have a dream remake of a game? Not... Oh god. I'm fine. Not really. I know, like, everyone talked about the idea of Sonic Adventure remakes, and to be clear, I don't think they would be good, because I don't really trust Sonic Team. But in theory, doing those games again, they could be really good, but you'd need to change, like, a lot about them. So I don't know. But no, I can't say I have any dream remakes I've thought of, because I don't know, I don't think of games like that. It's like, usually I like the game, and then I play it. And maybe there's stuff where I'm like, oh, this could have been better, but like I don't usually think about remakes. Unless it's like something where I'm like, oh, this had so much potential and should have been done better, you know, if they remade it, then it would be good. I don't know. Like, nothing's coming to mind for that. Okay, good. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Gammoth. The other, the Fated Four. Gammoth, Mizutsune, Glavenus, and Astalos. I like those guys more than Gammoth. Gammoth's kind of annoying. I really hate, is it Najala or Najarala? It's like a big snake thing. That monster sucks. Because he's so huge. And then he'll, like, spiral around you and sort of lock you in a little ring. And the camera just does not cooperate with that. So I don't like that monster. The Yen Garuga, that's unfortunately the one I have to fight for the Metroid quest, because it's meant to kind of look like Ridley. I do not like that monster either. It pisses me off. It just runs around flailing. Like, I hate when a monster's attack is they just walk towards you. Because they usually don't have wind up for it. You know, if a monster's gonna like swing its tail, it'll have to like move first to convey it's about to do that. But there's some monsters, like Rathalos does this as well, where it can just suddenly start walking, and when it walks, its like entire body is a hitbox. And there's no... It doesn't like lean into the walk before it starts, it just goes. And so then you're like, okay, well, I'm taking damage because I didn't know it was going to suddenly start walking at me. I don't like that stuff. And I don't like this either when I got a fucking snowball on me. This is where I reiterate to any, like, Monster Hunter fans that I'm, you know, I've played a few of these games, but I'm by no means a massive expert of them. I'm not a thousands of hours player who like min-maxes all the builds and stuff. Gravity Circuit 2, yeah, I got the first one while it's free. It was on my wish list for a while, so I'm looking forward to getting to that one day, maybe. But my backlog's big. I still need to play like Rain World and stuff as well on Steam. I wouldn't mind replaying RE9 at some point. And yeah, very looking forward to that Doom DLC. And oh my god, the stuff with Xbox right now, if Xbox messes with id and Arcane, again I should say for Arcane, because they already shut down the Austin studio that made Prey, if they mess with them again, I'm gonna be really mad. And yeah, don't mess with id. Knights could benefit from a remake, yeah, potentially, but that's another one where like you would need Naoto Oshima involved still. I think I would not want like an outsider's kind of view on that game. I think, I don't know. I suppose, like, in theory, DMC3, but just, like, in the RE engine with, like, you know, DMC5 kind of visuals and stuff would be fine, but I don't know, they'd probably end up tweaking other stuff which people wouldn't be happy about. Because I think DMC3, he still has the really rigid jump as well. Okay, fine. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whatever. I probably needed to take another hot drink anyway. I think DMC3, he still has the really rigid, like, no mid-air jump control anymore. And that's probably something, like, I would prefer they change, but I also, like, that is changing the game. So I could understand if people didn't want them to do that. feel like I had like a bunch of other topics in mind I was thinking of like going through, but oh, Sonic's 35th anniversary, right? Some of the, I agree, yeah. I've got a friend playing through DMC3 at the moment, or he was anyway. Where are you? Hello? Oh my god. I shouldn't have done that, that was bad. And yeah, like some of the bosses are just not very fun in that game. Like that centipede thing sucks. Ow. Yeah, I've only fully played through DMC3 once. I played a bit of the Switch version, but I never actually finished it. The Switch version has freestyle mode, which is cool. Definitely like a preferred way to play. So I'd like to finish that, but I have it on the PS2, so like now that I have the CRT, I was hoping to just play it through there at one point. Maybe do like a Virgil playthrough as well. Yeah, there's still a lot of that like weird kind of vestigial like Resident Evil DMC1 stuff that I just don't think needs to be in DMC3. I don't like that you're just wandering through this connected map and you don't always know where you're actually supposed to go. I just don't see any need for that in an action game. I know some people like it because they think it adds like a bit more to it, of like you're thinking a bit more about that. And I'm like, yeah, but it's an action game. I want to think about the action. I want to think about the fun part, not the part of where do I go. Like, I just don't think that needs to be in an action game. Ow. Yeah, Nights you kind of need to figure out how it works before you can really enjoy it, because the game doesn't really tell you. Yeah, sorry. Sonic's 35th anniversary. I mean, does anyone care about, like, anything they've done for it? It's been, like, nothing. You get Frontiers, you get Crossworlds update, you get that shitty new song. Has anyone listened to that new song? I forget if I listened to the whole thing or not, but I was not a fan. Speed is My Life. I think it was a terrible title. I said this earlier on Steve's stream. It sounds like when you have friends who maybe don't really know anything about Sonic and they like make fun of it and they go and like it sounds like if they made a Sonic song as a parody of what they think Sonic songs sound like. Where it's like, yeah, I'm Sonic, and I'm really cool, and I'm gonna run really fast. It sounds like that. It sounds like that kind of song. It's not tied to any greater narrative context or theme like a lot of the other games' songs are. It's like saying things literally, where it's like, I'll be your golden ring, I'm gonna run through a loop-de-loop, like that kind of shit, which I cannot stand. Kind of like the Crossworld song as well. That one's also terrible. With the stroke of luck, you might become a monster truck. It's very much like that, and I am not a fan of that kind of music. You can be a little bit cheesy, but you gotta be a little more sincere about it, I think, rather than just like spelling out, this is a song for Sonic the Hedgehog. Like even Jump Up Superstar in Mario Odyssey, I like that song. I'm not really a big fan of like, jump with me, grab coins with me. Like I think that is lame. I would have not written the song like that if I was in charge. I think that's really like embarrassing. I think you gotta have a little bit of subtlety, you know? Or like, game music does not literally need to be about like, I'm a gamer and I'm playing a game, I'm Mario, I'm Sonic. Oh my god. See, I don't know what's happening, man. I can't see. My life is... Yeah, it's like that. Palm's favorite song. I don't think I've gotten any of the guard point counters against Gammoth yet. Like, I just haven't been doing it. Also, because it's really hard to see what he's even doing half the time. I really wish you could zoom out the camera. Or if objects in the foreground, like, faded out. Something, which I think DMC does. DMC 1 does that. Oh my god. Did Seva ever make those gamer hats as much? Yeah, they should have done that. Maybe it was too generic. They're like, we can't... Like, no one's gonna buy it if we sell that. Like, you could just get something like that anyway. Yeah, it's... Dude, the Sonic stuff, just like in general, I'm just so uninterested in, like, everything they do. Like, whenever I see a Sonic announcement, it's just like merch and shit. It's just like brand deals, merch, streamer stuff. Like, it's all just shit. I'm like, dude, where's like anything of value? And I also just, yeah, I think it's funny that people are like really mad they haven't got like a new game announced, because I was kind of like, I mean, they historically don't have, like, for the past few anniversaries, they haven't had anything ready for them. Mania and Forces were announced at the 25th anniversary at least, but they didn't come out for over a year. And Mania was in like a really early stage at that point. I think they pretty much, I think they said they only had like Studiopolis and Green Hill. That's why they showed them. It was all they had ready. Yeah, I don't know. Just Sonic is in a pretty bad state right now. I do not care about anything they're doing. Did I cut the... Oh no, I don't think I cut the trunk. Can you... I'm assuming you can cut the trunk off. Because you can cut the tails of other stuff. It's not even a state. Nothing's happening. Yeah. But remember, guys. The movies saved Sonic. We wouldn't have Sonic if not for the movies. Even though Takashi Iizuka has literally said Sonic Mania saved Sonic, because no one gave a fuck before Sonic Mania. Even though it's... And Sonic Mania is also, I think, what got the movies back into production. Because you gotta remember, that first Sonic movie, like, Sony was working on it, and then, like, someone else was working on it, and then Paramount got it, and it was just in flux for ages, and it wasn't until Mania came out where I think they were like, alright, oh, the Sonic movie's back. Paramount, work on the Sonic movie. Because no one cared. No one wanted it. And even then, even if we're gonna say the movie saved Sonic, I'm like, is it really saved if everything is still shit, but they just sell better? Who fucking cares? The games still suck. Why did a movie have to come along for them to think like, maybe we should try? Like, let's say the games get better. Why is that because of the movies? Like, why couldn't they just make good games the first time? That's Sega's fault. Their decision. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Tyson Hess was on... Well, because he was on with the comics, and then, yeah, got in with the Mania stuff, and then now he's got more of a role with the movies and everything, yeah, which, like, completely turned their reputation around, even though I still think the movies are bad, and I still don't like the characters, but they're definitely better than they were before, and they are slightly more representative of Sonic. And yeah, I think without Tyson involved, they would probably be even more insufferable. But I still have no interest in watching them. Dude, I can't see anything. Okay, there we go. Thank God. Get out of here. How have they still not put Ooh La La in Crossworlds, by the way? Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Like the one other like great Sega character, I think, who should be in a crossover. She's in the All-Stars Racing games, but she's not in Crossworlds. I agree that I am a little bit more willing to kind of go like, alright, what are you doing here? Like, yeah, with Shadow Gens, because I liked it. But I'm still not sold. I feel like, if anything, that's another fluke. Kind of like how Sonic Generations was a bit of a fluke. And Mania, of course. But Mania, you know, different people making Mania, that's why it was good. But from a Sega perspective, it was a fluke. The flukes are the good... Yeah. I saw on Instagram there was a template going around of like, pick your top 5 favorite Sonic games from the list. And my immediate thought was like, I have to pick 5? Are there 5? I think it was just mostly the mainline stuff, and I was like, well, 3 and K, Mania, Generations, Sonic 2, and then I was like, I don't know, like 1 or CD, out of what they had. Oh, the classic and modern collections. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we can't forget. Sorry, guys. We can't forget about Frontiers Definitive Edition, guys. Come on. Come on. I mean, how much is it? Oh, $80? Oh, what a steal. A game that many people on the Switch probably already have, and they just want to get the Switch 2 upgrade, and you got to buy it again. I also like how it's like Definitive Edition, which is usually reserved for games that have like DLC and stuff. All the updates to this game were free. So Kishimoto went from the storybook games to badly living up to Unleashed in Generations. He's not bridged that gap once yet. Yeah, Kishimoto has not made like a single good Sonic game, really. Did he directed Colors, right? Colors is okay. Yeah, the fact that he has to listen to feedback this like far into the, you know, the process of like all these games, and that he just seems to listen to feedback from like anyone as well. Like any person can just go like, "Hey man, Sonic should be this." He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll consider that for the update for the next game." Hey man, I think Sonic should like tiptoe around and eat pizza, and he'd be like, that's a very good idea. Yes, we'll put that in the game. Oh, I shouldn't have gone straight to the quest thing. I should have gone to check the other... Oh, that's the one. Yeah, Celtis Queen. Yeah, that one's cool. It's a cool fight. Devil Joe. I don't know if I fought that one yet. Agnactor? What the hell's that? Is that another snake thing? I don't like the big snake ones. They're annoying. Yeah, that one in the middle. What's that? Is that like nudge? Okay, it's not telling me. I want to fight another Lagi. Lagiacrus? Lagiacrus? I don't know how to say it. I just think with Sonic, they just need like a completely new team, like doing everything, like just top down. They need new people with some vision, some ideas. Oh yeah, Deltarune. Yeah, I'm waiting for the whole game. Yeah. I need to replay Undertale as well, and there's an Undertale Symphony concert thing later this year. So I should replay it before that, so I can refresh myself with the game. I gotta say as well, I went to the La La Land concert thing, so it's like live, live orchestra playing to the movie. Like you're watching the movie and they're playing the music at the same time. And that movie's so good, man. That is like a perfect movie to me. I can't. Every time I watch La La Land, I'm like, I don't have anything to criticize about this movie. Like, there's nothing here for me to complain about. It's so good. And even my girlfriend, the first time we watched it together, she was kind of like, I don't really like it. Then this time watching it again, she was like, okay, no, I get it now. This is really good. Celtis Queen running loose in the Primal Forest. Wow. Isn't, Oh, she's not here. There's a character who's usually over here who I think is like a younger version of one of the characters in Wilds. The blacksmith, Gemma. I do not have a Dreamcast, unfortunately. I have Sonic Adventure on Dreamcast, but I don't have a Dreamcast to play it on. And yeah, like I got Space Channel 5 physically, but I got the PS2 versions. I got Space Channel 5 Special Edition, which bundles the first and second game together on PS2. And I think it was only released in America. It didn't get an Australian or like PAL release, but thankfully I've modded my PS2 so it can play games from any region. So that's not a problem. Yeah, I gotta play Crazy Taxi, yeah. I agree, Tom. But I also just think they need to learn from, I don't know. Yeah, they don't. I think they need to do a just complete wipe of 3D Sonic. Like, which I've said this in my videos about stagnation of 3D Sonic, blah, blah. I think they just need to do a, complete from the ground up reset, which, like a Breath of the Wild kind of thing of, let's reevaluate everything. And we don't have to take anything for granted. We're going to think from the bottom up, how are we going to redesign 3D Sonic? And with Breath of the Wild, it was like we want to aim for that simplicity of intuitiveness and sort of open-ended design that you can get in a 2D game, and I want Sonic to do that as well. Now, the people will say Sonic Frontiers is the Breath of the Wild thing for Sonic. It's fucking not. It's just Sonic Forces in an open world. Yeah, they don't internalize the mistakes. Yeah, they don't seem to. I don't know. Do they even understand what people don't like about some of the games? I don't know. Yeah, that's true. They're using Lost World, yeah, as the core to redo the boost stuff. So now it feels even worse than the previous boost stuff, which was already could have been better, but yeah. It's crazy. They frustrate me. So I'm just trying to think of what could they actually do realistically that would get me to go oh, I care. I care about Sonic again. I don't know, because with Mania, obviously the game just looked really good. Like, it was obvious just from looking at it that, like, oh, wow, this looks like a good game. I'll do this Naga one just for fun. It's got a side quest thing attached to it, so, and it's the daily reward thing, so I don't know. I may as well do it even though I don't need it. My weapon's already, like, upgraded on Naga stuff. It's fine. Mania, it wasn't just that the game was great. There was a confidence behind the way they were presenting it as well. You know, I don't like Aaron Webber's meme stuff, but like when it came to Mania, he was clearly very passionate and very confident in that game. Like, he knew it was going to be good. And I just don't... like, obviously, they all try to act that way with every new game they have now. But I don't see it, and I don't feel it. So I would need, like, a game that actually looks good, but I would need that sincerity from, like, the marketing and the people behind it of, like, no, like, for real, for serious, guys, this one's actually gonna be good. We promise. Then I'd maybe be like, all right, I'm actually, like, excited. You know, like, I actually feel as if I can confidently be interested in this. Did they say that with Frontiers? They restarted? We're splitting the islands up? Yeah, I know what you mean. Of like, yeah, it's a disingenuous claim to make. Can I say as well, as someone who's mostly played the newer Monster Hunter games, coming back to this one, it's a little weird to me. There's an area, like a map called the Jurassic Frontier. Because to me that implies, like, well, does Monster Hunter still follow the same, like, time periods and, like, evolution of, like, the real world? And because I thought I remember hearing somewhere that, like, a certain class of the wyverns, like brute wyverns or something, they are actually just theropods. Like, they are theropod dinosaurs. But I don't know. It's just weird to me to go, like, the Jurassic Frontier, so you're acknowledging like real Earth time periods. Hello? Oh. You're acknowledging real time periods in like a speculative evolution game. I don't know. But they probably just did it because, like, oh, Jurassic, that's like a word that people think of for dinosaur and like ancient reptiles and stuff. Which always bothers me. It was like, oh, I'd like a... come along to this, like, Jurassic-sized adventure for the whole family and shit. I'm like, everyone just says that because, like, oh, Jurassic, that means dinosaur because of Jurassic Park. And they don't actually know what the word means. They don't know the difference between Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous. Or Mesozoic. Ow. I should be good at fighting Naga now. I had to fight him, like, 5 times to get the parts for this weapon. I need my Valor mode. Yeah, I don't know how I can fight the hyper versions, because that's what I need. I need like a hyper Nagakuga scale to upgrade the sword again. And I need a hyper Rathalos parts for my armor. No? I hate when he jumps behind you. You move the camera around to see, but like by the time you've done that, it's too late. I need to heal, man. Izuka claims they restarted 2019. Thoughts on Onimusha? I've never... Oh, how did I not get hit there? I never played any of them. I haven't really followed that new one. I heard from... Under the Mayo's video that the demo was like not very good and a lot of people were upset about it. Oh, there we go. Because it was like really easy and mindless. So I haven't been paying attention to that game at all. I didn't really pay attention to Pragmata either. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm interested in what the DLC will be for RE9 though. And I'll probably be getting the Monster Hunter Wilds expansion when that comes out. Oops. I need to put a paintball on you. Yep, knew you were gonna do that, bitch. Oh. Don't know how I didn't get hit by that, because I missed the guardpoint window. And the hitbox when he does that tail slam is, like, really big. Oh, shit. Oh, no, there we go. Dodge the raw. Whoops. No, we're good. I want to cut your tail off. Thank you. Nope. Bam. Whoops. No, didn't get hit. I thought I was going to. Oh, okay. Also, I kind of miss the item wheel from the newer games instead of having to scroll through every single thing. Oh, you bastard. Ow. Trying to remember the other stuff coming out this year that I'm looking forward to, because I think a lot of the games I am looking forward to right now, they don't have like shit. Let me do that. Oh no, okay, fine, I'm fine. Do the move. They don't have release dates. Like there's some stuff I've kickstarted, like the Big Catch and like Rolling Rascal and things. I'm waiting on them. I think there's a few others I'm forgetting about. Still waiting for Jurassic Park Survival. No idea when that's coming out. They haven't said, like, anything about that game since it was announced, pretty much, other than just some vague, like, yes, we are working on it. Here is a picture of a T-Rex. So no idea what's happening there. Oh, see ya. Where's he going? Number 2? Yeah. Yeah, I have to like look through my Steam wish list to like try and remember like what's like long term coming that I'm still waiting for. This summer was the estimated Rolling Rascal date. Yeah, well that's obviously been pushed back then. Ow. I saw someone ask about Mean of the Hollow earlier. I forgot to respond to it. I am interested in that game, but I just haven't got to it yet. I was considering playing it soon, but then I was like, I want to play. Well, okay, now what happened was there was that Nintendo Direct coming up, right? And we knew it was like a day or two away, or it was rumored to be coming up. And then I was like, I think I'd finished Beautiful Joe. And then I was like, okay, what do I want to play next? I don't really want to start something super big in case in that Nintendo Direct they announce like massive update to Mario Kart. That's what I was really hoping for from that Direct. Like big Mario Kart World update. So I was like, let me go back and like play something else for a little bit. And I was like, oh yeah, Monster Hunter on the Switch. I played like 30 hours of it. I was still in low rank. I should go back and play a bit more of that. Get back into it. And then yeah, nothing really came from that Direct that I stopped. Okay, nothing from that Direct really interested me. So then I just kept playing Monster Hunter. And now I just want to keep playing it because I'm having fun. But also because I'm going away in a week. I'm like, well, something I can play on the plane. I want to like keep at it then, so I don't get out of practice with it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to drop it now. But yeah, I am interested in Mean of the Hollow. I've heard good things, and I would like to see what Yacht Club has been up to. I never finished the King Knight campaign in Shovel Knight. I think I played like half of it. Ugh. Okay, he's gonna run away from... Oh, no? Okay. Oh, I gotta admit, I'm getting hungry. Should have put Sonic in the thumbnail of this stream. Oh shit. No! That was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. It's entirely my fault. Whoops. Too early. Oh, shit. Okay, thank you. I should really sharpen, but, oh, okay, well, I'll do it now, then. Oh, yeah, sorry, let me get Frontiers, yeah. That's the thing, like, I didn't even... Because, like, when I'm going through all this stuff that I'm thinking of selling, you know, I've got all these toys and games and things, and I have, like, almost every Sonic game up until a point. And it's the point where I just stopped caring. I have, like, everything up to Mania, pretty much. And even, I mean, I don't have, like, Boom and stuff, but I think, like, Lost World was the last Sonic game where I was, like... I got it day one, physical and everything. Like, other than Mania, it was a different case. It's the last, like, Sonic Team game, you know, like, mainline 3D game where I got it. Now I just don't care. I don't have Forces, I don't have... Well, no, okay, I have Forces on Steam. Someone gifted it to me. But I haven't been even buying, like, these other games because I just do not care. Just look at that hitbox. Like, it activated, like, a second after the tail came down. It's very weird. You bitch. Stop doing that. You say I'm not jumping out of my chair screaming, but this chair has, hold on. This chair can recline, so I can do this, like, I can go all the way back. Oh, my headphone cable. And I can, like, lie here and sleep. So what I could do is I could start the stream and I'm, like, lying back like this. And then I go like, whoa, Sonic Frontiers, oh my god. And lie back down and then, I don't know. Whoa, Cross Worlds. I can do that. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, and then I can like unzip my jumper and yeah, I can do all sorts of really cool, normal, definitely real reactions to things happening. Can you piss off? This chair is actually, I call it the space chair, because on, like, the marketing for it on the website, it has, like, a picture of a woman, like, lying back in the chair, and she's, like, flying through space. And it looks really stupid. Oh, shit. Okay. Should have held that sheath for long. Ow! Dude, you get, like, barely any iframes on the dodge roll in this game. See, when Naga runs towards you, he has a little bit of wind-up first. There, like, he seems to kind of curl back a bit, and he kind of eases into the run. Whereas, like, Rathalos and shit, he just starts running. And you have no way of knowing he's gonna do that. At least, I mean, maybe experienced players have figured out some kind of tell. Oh my god, dude. I should be putting down traps or something. He just keeps running away. But yeah, to me, to my untrained eyes, it looks like he just decides, like, I'm just gonna run at you, and you can't, like, dodge or anything. Oh my god, okay, he's gone really far away. See, with like all these games and stuff as well, I'm trying to think of like, okay, what is like coming along that I would even be interested in doing a video on? Unless I did a video on a game that's like already been out for ages. Like usually I'm covering new stuff. You know, I don't go back to do like Sonic retrospective or anything. Oh shit, this is kind of hard without a map. I don't have the map right now, so I can't see how to get down there. Can I go like up and around? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to think like what do I maybe the Doom DLC. I could talk about that. But even that, I don't know. It'll depend on if I have anything interesting to say. Or and obviously, you know, obviously the viewership on like the Doom video is, you know, nowhere near as good as like Sonic videos. Same with the Metroid Prime video. Are you kidding me, man? Thanks. Oh, and then the paintball just wore off, like right as he flew away. That's cool. Psycho Serum. Okay, he's down here. Oh yeah, GTA 6. Yeah. I don't have anything to play it on. I am curious how GTA 6 will turn out because I've never really cared about GTA. I never finished the story mode of 5. But I will say Red Dead 2 is pretty fucking excellent. So if they can make a GTA that has more of like the tone of like a Red Dead 2 that actually takes itself a bit more seriously, instead of being so like parody jokey, like America sucks all the time. Because I'm like, hey, I agree with like the points you're making, I just don't find it very entertaining. It's just every character is like a horrible asshole, unlikable piece of shit. You can kind of say that about Red Dead as well, but except the characters are likable. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, no, we're fine. Oh. The cat threw a boomerang at him. Finished him off for me. I am getting really hungry, so I am thinking of going to have lunch, but I'm trying to remember if there was like any other stuff I wanted to talk about, because it's been like 3 months since the last stream. I'm not going to be streaming again for like at least a month, although I'll be on Steve's streams on Bleeding Productions, because I'll be there in person when he's doing the commission streams. I don't know, man, like Summer Games Fest in general is just still kind of lame, as they usually don't have anything I really care about, and there's just so much junk in those shows. I don't know, I'm struggling to think of anything. The guy who wrote the story for Red Dead 2 and all the GTA games left. Okay. Yeah, see that? That doesn't help. Yeah, Steve was just streaming today. He streams it's Sundays for me, but it's Saturdays for America. Every second Saturday, Steve's been doing commission... Whoa. Steve's been doing commission streams, where people donate a commission, and Rihanna will draw artwork for you and stuff. And yeah, I usually hop in on those in the call. And if I'm there in person as well, which I will be very soon, then I'll be there for those. But yeah, it's all to help get them through working on Scared Stupid 4. And yeah, keep them afloat, because like they have the Patreon, but the Patreon's not getting like tons of money, so yeah, those streams have been doing well. A lot of people show up for them. Or a lot of people like showing up for commissions and stuff, which is good. It's cool. Wow, a special permit for a thing I'm not gonna do for like ages. Yeah, my backlog's pretty massive as well. Wait, who haven't I spoken? Oh, this guy. Okay. Not gonna use that. What is the oldest thing on my backlog, actually? Let's see. I have 163 games on my backlog on Backlogged, the website. Now, some of those things are more backlogged than others, right? Like, there's some stuff where I'm like, I'm more, you know, eager to play that. And there's other stuff where it's like, oh, maybe I'll check it out. What's by release date? The song's really good, by the way. I love the music in this game. Oh, Metroid. Metroid 1 is the oldest thing on my backlog. Because I've played a bit of it, but I've never, like, actually played it. And Castlevania 2, Ghouls and Ghosts. Castlevania 3, the original Streets of Rage, Metroid 2 GBA, Thunder Force, Turtles in Time, Shinobi, Rocket Knight Adventures, Gunstar Heroes, the original Doom. Never finished the original Doom. I'm actually surprised there's not as many like 16-bit era games on my backlog as I thought there would be, but maybe it's just stuff I've forgotten to put on there. Because there's definitely more things in the backlog once you get into like late 90s, 2000s and stuff. There's a lot more showing up in there. And then a ton of like modern stuff that I just haven't gotten around to yet. Dude, Space Channel 5 VR, kind of funky newsflash. I want to play that, but I'm waiting for it to go on sale. It's like a really short game. I'm like, I don't want to spend full price on that. Oh, cool. I got a new ingredient. Oh, I have to talk to this one. I have a Metroid Prime Federation Force on my backlog. That's cool. Want to play together? I haven't done any multiplayer in this game, actually. But I'm probably going to hop off soon because I need to eat. Oh yeah, the new Castlevania later this year. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I really hope they tone back some of the RPG stuff. That might piss off like the long-term fans of the Igavanias, but I don't care. I don't like that stuff. I think it really gets in the way of those games. And it makes some of them a chore to get through. Especially, like, I think they went way overboard in, I think it was one of the Sorrow games. Maybe it was both of them, I don't know. Where, like, you couldn't even finish the game. You couldn't even finish the game unless you had, like, random enemy soul drop things. Which, yeah, just ridiculous. I just wanted to pass by and say Outer Wilds is genuinely incredible. It's been taking a bit to hit for me, but it's finally starting to hit. Very intrigued so far. That's great. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that you've enjoyed it. It's on sale right now, right? It should be. I think I linked it in the stream chat earlier. Let me double check. It's probably like half price right now. 40% off. Outer Wilds is 40% off right now. What are you doing? Go get it. The best game ever made. And I can't tell you why. Unless, I don't know. Unless Pariah, we finally do the video together talking about it. What is the best time to play that game? I think I know what you mean. I mean, it's going to be different for everyone, but like, obviously a time when you actually have like, you know, if you're like super, super, super busy, like, yeah, don't play it right now. Give yourself a period of time where you know you can like, you can play it for a few hours a day, come back the next day, and then play more. Like, you're not going to start it and then get caught up in something else and then come back and then go like, what was I doing? I don't remember. Like, don't do that. Because it's, especially because the game, the progression is so much like in your head. So you don't want to do anything when you forget about it. But yeah, just, I don't know, just give it the time of day it deserves, like you should with really any game. But just, yeah, go into it expecting that it might be a little bit confusing for the first hour or two, or maybe more. But, like, stick with it. You know, don't be like a kid booting up an emulator or like a collection of games or something where you have, like, you go on the Switch, what is it? You go on, like, the Super Nintendo Virtual Console thing for the Switch, and like, oh, all these games, oh, let's play this one, and you play it for like 2 seconds, and you're like, okay, and you close it. Oh, what's this? And you go to something else. You know, you're not playing the game with the intent of actually playing it. You know, you're booting it up just to like fuck around, which like is fine. You can do that, but like that's not the same thing as like seriously going like, you know what, I want to play Super Mario World today. Like I want to play it. I want to finish it. I want to play it as if I was actually playing it, like like as if the game had come out, I've purchased it, this is the thing I intend to spend my time on. You know, I don't want to like tell people they have to finish their games, but I do find it strange the amount of people who seem okay to like get a game and then just not even engage with it properly. Like, you don't finish a game, you don't actually pay attention to it, you don't stick with it. Like, people who play games with, like, Spotify in the background and stuff, I don't know, I'm like, really? What? Do you, like, use your brain while you play? I mean, I guess it depends on the game. There's some, like, this is a kind of game I could play with, like, a podcast on. But, I don't know. Still, I think I do not. I just wish people would invest their focus and energy onto like, this is, you know, I want to play this game, I'm gonna get through it. Like I very rarely start games and then don't finish them. When I pick what game I'm gonna play next, I'm very intentional and deliberate about like, this is the next game I want to play and finish. I'm not just gonna play it for 5 minutes and go like, and then stop. Like, I really want to dedicate time to it and play it through. Because for a lot of games as well, I have to kind of accept that once I'm finished, that might be the last time I ever play it again. Because there's so many other games to play. And I've still got these books to read. Like, I can show you. I have this. Haven't even opened it yet. Oh my god. The Metroid Prime... the Metroid Prime Trilogy art book. I haven't read it yet, because I've barely even started my Outer Wilds Complete Works, whatever book it's called. I did build the Papercraft ship, though. And then I still have, I have Spinosaur Tales to read. That's a Spinosaur book from David Hone and Mark Whitten. Still have to read that. I finished the King Tyrant T-Rex book from Mark Whitten. That was great. And now I have another Steve Brusatte dinosaur paleontology book, The Story of Birds, about bird evolution. Like, I gotta read that. Like, I got all this stuff to do, you know? So when I start something, I really try to actually see it through to the end. I am less good with that with books, though. Because a book, I like to read in bed, and I just find I go to bed and I want to read, and I'm like, I'm too tired, and I can't do it. So then I end up putting it off, and I'm like, shit, I know I want to read this. Like, I need to go back and read. But then during the day, I'm like, no, but I want to play games. So then I end up spending more time on that, and it's why I don't start TV shows and stuff unless I'm like, I'm going to watch this show. I'm going to watch it all the way through. I'm not going to start it and then get distracted with something else. I don't know. That's my soapbox or whatever I'm gonna end the stream on so I can go have lunch. But But thank you for watching. Short stream today, but I just figured I should do it. A little bit later than normal, so I'm not too surprised. There's not a ton of people, and it's not Sonic. Yeah, I'm leaving for LA next week, or this week. So I'm not going to be around, but I'll be on Steve's commission streams, probably. I'll probably be posting every now and then on Discord and Instagram, Blue Sky, whatever, of, you know, stuff I'm doing at Disneyland and Universal Studios and whatever. Yeah, so thank you for coming, everyone, and I will see you whenever I stream again. Don't expect any new videos for a while. Cool. Take care, everybody.